All right, so we have STR Cell, and we are going to go against Jiren. Before I even start this video, I want to mention how this is probably the hardest fight for this team. Not because of the first couple of phases, right? We can definitely power forward our way through this event with this team until we're pretty much faced with the indestructible STR Jiren, right? So I guess the lead up to this is the fact that STR Jiren, you can't dodge him. There's nobody on the team that can avoid his incoming super attack. Tech Cell can live it in slot 2. STR Cell can live it in slot 2. All of these characters can live it in slot 2. But let's say Jiren decides to super immediately. No character on his team, his entire roster of characters of team. I mean, I could bring a lot of super units for this cell. Like, I definitely can. I can do like a double cell. Because we're going to come back into this event one of these days. Because of the part 2 LR, right? I'm expecting the part 2 LR to help Cell's team. So I'm expecting to come back in here with like a team like this with that part 2 LR. But what I have to say about that is, if that character is not like a god in slot 1, this team is just not complete, right? We do have AGL Cell, but AGL Cell, you know, the dodge doesn't matter, right? That's part of what makes the easy A for AGL Cell really good. Let's say you run out of his But yeah, let's say you run out of his 3 turns of guard, you know, 3 turns of his main ability. Like, I don't know. Let's not talk about STR Jiren too much right now, but I do think he's going to be a pain in the ass, right? Undoubtedly. But I think when we go into the AGO version of this fight, we can definitely get it done with this team. Oh yeah, 100%. But I don't know about this guy. Oh, if we get the revive here, which we do. Okay, cool. Okay. So Boo actually gets his extra stats when the revive is activated, and that was my one fear bringing this Imp Boo, is that maybe he would get the revive first. So me actually dying right there is a blessing in disguise. So Imp Boo, the difference between Imp Boo and the Cell is that Fat Boo still gets buffed. He gets buffed even if his revive, like, he gets the full buffs of his revive, right? Cell doesn't get the full buffs if another character revives. So that's a plus to this Fat Boo. This Fat Boo is definitely not going to cause us any problems. He's actually probably going to help us eventually with his Ghost Usher. Definitely should bring a lot of value to the team, right? I don't think he's like a weak link on this team, especially if we, you know, can get multiple supers and stack up with him. This Imp Boo can still be pretty good even though he's like a year old. This is not really his meta or his time to shine. Another character I probably could have brung instead of this guy, I mean, because remember, Cell's leader skill is it's tournament participants and worldwide chaos. And worldwide chaos, I'm not gonna say is doing bad, but it's not doing too incredibly amazing. Tournament participants, like I said, I decided to run like a more extreme variant of this team, so it's like there are a lot more options I could have actually brung. But, you know, all his best linking partners are, of course, going to be, you know, extreme characters, right? So, okay. Cell and Slot. Look at this key placement, chat. Like, this is just crazy. Okay, well, I guess I think I'm going to have to put AGL Cell in slot 1. Yeah, because Kid Boo, I don't want him to get all hit this many times. So I'm just going to put, I'm going to put this guy in slot 1. Okay. Kid Boo, don't fraud out, bro. All right, that's all I'm saying. Kid Boo is a GOAT. But I feel like if we can dodge you know, a lot with Kid Buu, and we can weave our way into the final phase with him still having the majority of his damage reduction, I feel as if he can actually take STR Jiren on, right? Not in slot 1, but in slot 2 and 3, 100%. But let's say we get in a scenario to where we have to put STR Kid Buu in slot 1 to possibly get the, oh yeah, it's guaranteed to hit, right? Kid Buu, typically, he has a chance to just get through unarmed super attacks, right, from the enemy, because he has the nullification for it, right? But Jiren, it doesn't matter. He's going to hit anyways, right? He goes through that, right? He has a guarantee to hit. Like, not only does he dodge nullify, he is guaranteed to get his super attack off, right? So if you're not running like these anniversary units like Super Vegito, who has the taunt, or Gogeta, who has like, who nullifies all special effects, it's going to be hard to penetrate him, and at the same time it's going to be hard to, you know, have defensively valuable characters that can tank him, right? I think he hits for around 6 million STR Jiren, so this is definitely going to be the, I want to get this fight out of the way for Cell first, because this is going to be the most challenging video I do, right, for Cell. So STR Jiren is sneakily, the more and more I run him, the more and more I realize I'm more afraid of this event than the AGO Jiren event, right? Like, I know that crit can hit hard, but you can still counter him with like Super Vegito, or, you know, characters that have unique abilities that can get past those things, right? Taunt mechanics and all type of stuff. Like, that's not going to help you here in this fight, right? It's not going to help you, bro. But Ribrianne, we should actually kill Ribrianne with Buhan right here. Yeah, okay. Don't even get to Tech Buu. Tech Buhan's sort of going to be in the background this entire time till we get his domain to proc after Cell's domain ends. All right, AGL Cell doing his thing. So now that perfection is here, we have 3 turns of pretty much a great slot 1 character, slot 2, slot 3 option. We could put him in any slot and he'll perform. This Catapestra does seal though. Oh, let's pop this. Yeah, he definitely has a cold active skill animation. Yeah, let's just put AGL Cell in slot 1. We'll rotate this Tech Cell off. If he supers AGL Cell and we eat it, we'll eat it, but we will get sealed. Hopefully he just dodged the super if he decides to super in slot 1. That'll be the best. Okay. You can eat it. He can eat it, but I would rather dodge so we won't get sealed. All right, cool. Yeah, AGL Cell. We're going to do a video on AGL Cell 2. Like I said, since there's so many cells now, it's going to seem like repetitive, right? I even updated my overlay to the Cell. I have a Cell overlay and a Gohan overlay. I'm going to make some more overlays as well for other units and stuff like that. But, like, with how many cells we have, look at this rotation. Extreme Tech Cell, you know, the new Dokkan Fest Cell and AGL Cell, right? And they all can link together, which is really a good thing. But this celebration really just feels very Cell-oriented. Right, I mean, this is a celebration, but you know, now that Super Easy A Tech Cell has a real partner, I can't wait to really zone in on him and do his video as well. Right, there, like I said, this next couple of days is going to be filled with Cell videos. We're gonna make sure we do Gohan and Goku videos as well. I'll probably do another video of him. I made sure to do a video of him first against who was it, Blue Vegeta. People love that Blue Vegeta fight. I'll do a Cell version of that fight as well. Well, all 3 of them, technically. But, yeah, I mean, Blue Vegeta can get pretty difficult. He almost snuck his way back to victory. He almost caught me lacking in the final phases. Pretty insane. Now, we could just put Fat Buu in slot 1. Even if he does get sealed, it's not that big of a deal. I'm really just trying to greed out some stacks. That's mainly what I'm trying to do with this Fat Buu. If we can super, good. But I mean, if we get sealed, cool. All right, yeah, we get to greed it out a little bit. Yeah, this Fat Buu I don't think is like a bad unit. I would not call this guy like a super write-off, right? Because that Ghost Usher will come in handy one day. And sometimes you'll get the revive instead of Cell. Okay, this sort of looks scary, but we have the domain now, so we can finally pop this. Yes, sir. Alright. Now that his domain is out, he can start looking like the big bad wolf. Wait. Bro, those were... No. 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 I was going to do my segment of glazing him, but he didn't change the orbs like he was supposed to. I mean, if he gets supered, we'll still live, but damn it. I did want to glaze him because I do like this unit a lot. I do like this unit. He's pretty good. I think he doesn't get enough recognition. His domain's pretty good. His team's pretty good. Now we need a power absorption Kid Buu. The reason why I'm saying that, we need a buff Buu who reverts back into Kid Buu. That's the LR we need. I don't want LR Kid Buu just yet. Like a standalone LR Kid Buu sounds good in theory, but the way that they do like power absorption is a great category, and Kid Buu is obviously not going to be on power absorption. So I would love him to be on power absorption. That would be best case scenario. So like a buff Buu reverting back to Kid Buu, he would still have power absorption due to buff Buu, right? And that will be best case scenario. And maybe the LR Kid Buu can still lead, like, I mean, he could, if his buff Buu, he can lead power absorption to 20%. That would be cool. That would definitely be cool because power absorption definitely would need it. I do like this team though. It works well. Like, it's not like it sucks, right? But you're gonna see quickly how STR Jiren just cucks this team. No matter how powerful these guys are, STR Jiren is like literally the big bad wolf to this team. Like, it's crazy, right? Topo, we can manage to slide up out of here though. Like, yeah, we could use this Ghost Usher right here. No, let me collect orbs real quick. Yeah, we were about to change the whole field of orbs to candy and be pissed off. Interesting. I think what's the likelihood of us killing Topo? If Cell gives us like a nice triple, oh damn. I mean, Kid Buu's still very strong. If he decides to give us additionals, we definitely can get out of this phase in this turn pretty much scratch free. I mean, even though that locking is ridiculous. Same with Int Jiren. I think that locking phase is ridiculous, right? We all obviously know none of these, this whole entire batch of units, although they're good, they're not good for Festival of Battles. But I don't think every unit has to be built for that fight, right? So I'm not mad that Cell doesn't stack or something like that, because me personally, I don't even want that fight to be relevant, right? Like, of course, people can do their events, their showcases in that fight, but when it comes to how good a unit is, Festival of Battles is just, it's not where it's at. Kid Buu might finish off. Like, I'm eyeing him down. 27 million, if this is a crit, maybe? Oh, no. Oh, okay. Woo, we get the triple. Okay, we secure. I did not want to go another turn. I didn't, honestly. All right. So what is next turn looking like? Okay. So we can put Tech Buu in slot 1, and we could put STR Cell in slot 2. Yeah, we can do this. I'm gonna pop the Scouter just to show y'all how ridiculous this guy is, right? It's not really, I'm not really using the Scouter for any other purpose. But this guy likes to super immediately slot 1. It doesn't, yeah, see, it's slot 1. There we go. Next turn, we're going to be able to see the scouters. Well, we should live this, actually. Yeah, okay. But next turn, like, it doesn't say in his kit. Like, when I go on Dokkan info, they don't say he slot 1 supers every turn, right? Like, they don't say he guaranteed slot 1 super. But every time I come into this event, Jiren seems to just only super in slot 1 with a 5.7 million super, and you cannot avoid it. So it's like, even though this team is really good, other than this Tech Buhan who's in his domain state, maybe STR Cell, maybe STR Cell could live in slot 1, maybe. But other than those two, who, I mean, and even if they live, they get sealed guaranteed, right? Like, how do you penetrate this event with this team? Like, how do you do it? I don't, if anybody, like, maybe the Truth has already done it. Maybe that's what I need to go do. Maybe I'll go, like, watch the Truth showcase. Like, what team did he run, like, to beat this? But I don't know if this team can handle this, right? Unless we bring super units, right? Of course, if we bring super units, of course, STR Cell's not going to look good. My purpose of doing this is to make STR Cell, like, this is his run in this event. Like, I don't want to just win the event. I want to show him against the event. So I'm not trying to really run all these super units who are extremely powerful but don't work cohesively with him. That's not the point, right? I sort of want to bring him on a team with units who work with him. So where does he super? Yeah, slot 1. What do we do? Like, who do we put in slot 1? No one can live this. Cell can get a full 5 rainbow orbs and he still wouldn't live, and we only get 3. So you tell me how we would live. You let me know how we're gonna live this super. You let me know how we're gonna beat this event without, like, a crazy powerful part 2 LR. I'm willing to hear it. What team did you bring? Damn, he's actually taking damage to normals. That's AGO Perfect Cell without, you know, this is actually his 4th turn in battle now, and he takes 1.4 million. I don't know, chat. You let me know. So, in the beginning of the video, I mentioned how this fight could be sort of difficult for this team because we don't have real slot 1 options to deal with the final phase. Like, you seen how easy it was to get through, like, the first couple of phases, right? Catapestra. You know, we get the Topo. He has a little bit of locking. It can be annoying, but there's ways to get around it. We have the Ghost Usher. We had Buhan's Domain. We could power our way through Topo, right? But when it comes to Jiren, it's a little bit different, right? Because this guy's guaranteed to hit. You can't dodge him. He dodge nullifies. He's hitting you with a 5.7 million super, right? He seals, guarantees, right? And he disables evasion attacks are guaranteed to heat. So this right here makes him probably the hardest Jiren fight, right? I do believe this fight is a bit harder than AGO Jiren because you can at least dodge AGO Jiren. Well, eventually, right? You can at least, like, Gogeta him, right? Like, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, you could, you know, dodge his super, right? And AGO full power Jiren, you could just outright tank his super, right? He's not guaranteed to super in slot 1. This Jiren, he just seems like a slot 1 fucking merchant. I know Jiren is a in the other Jiren fight, he's guaranteed to super every time in slot 1, but this guy 9 times out of 10 is locking down, you know, slot 1, right? And that's very hard to deal with this team, as you saw, right? Tech Cell, super supreme EZA. STR Cell is super good Dokkan Fest. We just need the horse. We need someone that can deal with this in slot 1, right? Because in slot 2 or 3, these units can perform. They definitely can eat the super. But let's say, for an example, like what happened to us, what happens in a situation to where we don't have a proper slot 1? This Jiren's just gonna knock your socks off. So I don't feel the need to do this fight all over again and chase the win. We have much more Cell Showcase to, like, way more. Like, this is just STR Cell's initial, like, run in here. We're definitely going to come in here again. We're definitely going to beat it one of these days. We're definitely going to come back. We're going to get a part 2 LR as well. That probably will help out this cell. I still got to do AGL Cell's video. I still have to do Tech Cell's video in this fight as well, even though they were on a team. There's just much more we're going to get from this. So even though I lost here, I'm not too pissed off. I seen what I need from Cell. Cell could perform, and Cell can definitely do a good job, right?